Hello guys and welcome back to Higurashi. Talking, just checking. I've been having some FPS troubles recently recording, which is a shame. It's like weird FPS troubles too, because you know we're pretty stuffed, but for some reason like my whole OBS was lagging and the game was actually lagging whenever I recorded it. I think I might have solved it. I think it was like me updating my drivers. I rolled those bad boys back, but I don't actually know if it's fixed or not. Hopefully it is. Otherwise we're boned. But I mean, blade doesn't really matter for Higurashi too much. I think we're good though. Also, whatever. We'll see if it happens. And maybe I need to open up OBS in admin mode. Is that also works kind of? Also, I love how we still have this glitched Mion. If you didn't watch the last episode all the way to the end, we had a glitched Mion sprite. Well, we had a glitched Hanyu sprite, but we also had a glitched Mion sprite that kind of like transits through the chapter end, so it was just flashing on and off the screen whenever they changed scenery. So apparently restarting the game did not remove the glitched Mion, so you're gonna have to ignore her. I mean, Mion's literally best girl, so made sense that her presence is everywhere. Thank you, Mion. But yeah, if you don't remember last time, we sort of started, trying to gather allies. We didn't go full into committing to recruit the friends, but we did kind of trick them into thinking we're just making a story, and they basically solved like 90% of the mysteries, besides some of the finer detailed points, and obviously the grandfather stuff with Takano, which is just impossible for them to know. So good job. And we talked to Irie. He's not on our side yet, but he's contemplating. So let's get started. I believe Rita, I believe we're gonna see Takano with Tomotaki too, even though she wants to only speak with Tomotaki. I'd only asked for Tomotaki, but Irie is there too. Also Mion. But Irie had come with him. Irie must have been bothered by what I told him this morning, but he can't come to a conclusion on his own, so he wants Tomotaki to listen to me too. After saying that he wouldn't interrupt us, Irie sat down a little distance away. Oh my god, she disappeared.
どうして君は高野さんを疑ってるんだい？だってそんなことをしたら大変なことになるのを一番よく知っているのが高野さんじゃないか。それに高野さんは君やさとこちゃんにあれだけ親切にしてくれたんじゃないのかい？
Good enough, I guess.
なのに命を狙ってるように感じるなって、ちょっと高野さんに悪いようには思わないかな。
You're gonna have to try extra hard for this, Rika. Tomotaki has like I said, best relationship going on, despite it not. It'll ascend to the best relationship once if Tomotaki and Takano somehow make it past this whole ordeal, then I will give them best relationship status. But for now, it's a very highly rated relationship. Let's hope it blossoms into the best. But Rita needs to put a little more elbow grease. Expect this from Tomotaki. If I was in the same mood I was this morning, I probably wouldn't have continued. But having expected this, I'm able to continue without getting upset. I'm sorry, Rika.
それはどういう意味だい？
高野はひなみ沢症候群の研究に生涯をかけてる。それは事実。
うん。ここだけの話、ひなみ沢症候群の研究は彼女が中心なんだよ。
Also, Tomotaki has the knowledge about her grandfather in this fragment, if you remember from all the fragmented bits, so He can give us the vital information we need for that. I mean, I don't know how vital it is. It's vital for if you want to flip Takano, I guess.
入江所長は表向きのトップで、研究の一番の中心は高野さんなんだ。これは内緒だけど、実はひなみ沢症候群
Oh,
は
whoa.
彼女のおじいさんが見つけたものなんだよ。
That worked out. Remember when Takano told you never to talk about that ever? And then he's like, I promise. Man, just let it out. I guess it doesn't really matter because it's Rika, but still. Yuri's around too, so.
そのおじいさんを特に尊敬していてね。その研究を自分が受け継いで完成させると意気込んで、入江機関を設立したんだよ。
そんな高野にとって研究の方針が変わり、3年で研究を終了と宣言された現在の状況はどんな気持ちなの？高野は単身上京して研究の続行を訴えたけど却下されたんでしょう。それは高野にとって自分の人生を否定されたことと同じ。とても傷ついたんじゃないの？
リカちゃん、君はどこでそれを？
Tomodachi went silent for a moment. He must have realized that I'm not just saying random things.
リカちゃん、確かに高野さんが新理事会に説明しに行ってかなり悪い評価をされたという話は聞いてるよ。伝え聞く話だと相当研究をバカにされたらしい。予算食いの無駄な研究だみたいに言われてね。彼女は気丈を装ってるけどかなり傷ついたと思
う。でしょ。そんな高野がどうせ打ち切られる研究なんだからと自暴自棄にならないなんて絶対に言えるの。
But this, I mean, I'm sure she'll incorporate it. I mean, this isn't the thing they were. I mean, she's kind of added on for a further punch, but it is kind of painting a weirder picture. I guess maybe she'll just leave it for a sucker punch, you know, sneak attack. That's the same thing Irie said. He kept saying it was impossible, yet he couldn't deny it completely. He repeated the same phrase over and over to refute that possibility. In fact, even though we know Tatano is the enemy, we can only guess at her motive. The only way to find out is to tie her down and make her confess. But there's meaning in making Tomodachi become suspicious of Takano. It's even important to do that so that he'll become my ally. It's also important for him to be more cautious, to be around her. So yeah, I guess you could say it wouldn't really matter. It's like, what can one person, even if you're cautious, it's not like you can do much. But yeah. Of course, this is the strategy devised by our club leader.
少々恐ろしい想像ではあるけれど、それでも高野さんがそんなことをして得をすることはないよ。自暴自棄になりたい彼女の気持ちには少し理解できるけど、それでも彼女にだって理性というものがある。彼女もその辛い気持ちを時間で癒せるさ。
Always a shitty saying. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's a controversial opinion. I feel like time definitely heals a lot of wounds, but you can't say all wounds. It's just not true, I think. I mean, I don't have any wounds like that, but I think, you know. And I mean, that's kind of a statement used in the When They Cry series a lot, especially more in Umineko, I would say. I think they like directly reference it in like art sits and stuff.
たぶらかされるとはどういう意味だい？
China. The China faction.
僕が死んだら大変なことになりますね。緊急マニュアルが執行され、村が丸ごと抹殺される。
Yeah, Irie spilled the beans. Which really is pretty risky considering she's like a leader of the village. You, you feel like if that information gets out, then it'll be pretty bad. Good one, dude. Tomodachi isn't good at covering his lies. It shows that he's bad at hiding things since he's innately honest, which makes him a nice person. I love I love how she just switches from serious voice to cute voice. And the best is when she says stuff like this in her cute voice. Just fun to imagine. Tomodachi seemed to be wondering if he should confirm the existence of the emergency manual. But the fact that Iri had already told me about it, combined with me being the Queen Carrier, prompted him to confirm it, albeit hesitantly. I'd imagine.
危険な橋をいくつも渡らなければならないし、仕方がないとはいえ、人道的に許されることじゃない。本当に大変なことになるよ。
担当直入に言います。その緊急マニュアルで渡航する人間がいるはずなのです。
The China faction.
まさかいるはずがないよ。
Actually, Iri references it, though I'm wondering if he just thinks she's working with like the Koizumi faction, or if he actually knows about the secret Chinese faction. Because, you know, at the before his death, he's like, "You're with that faction." So I wonder how much he actually knows. Because that would be very important too if he knew.
それどころか責任問題やら何やらに発展し、場合によっては東京だけでなく政府内の問題にも発展しかねない。
となれば、その騒ぎで得をする人がいるのではありませんか。緊急マニュアルが執行されるようなことになれば、執行はやむなく行うが、その後、そうしなければならない状況に陥らせた人間たちへの責任追及が始まる。具体的に言うと、入江機関を統括している上の連中ね。その黒幕たちが責任を追及され、東京で失脚するということは。
どうだろ
う。ポストは有限。
That is true. We know there's like a list of limited posts plus rankings, right?
狙う人間は常にいる。それを奪うために、緊急マニュアルという危険な爆弾の導火線に火をつけてみようという人たちがいてもおかしくないんじゃないかしら。自分は安全な場所に隠れていて、すべて吹き飛ばした後、空いたポストにちゃっかり座る。
Oh, this is what Mion suggested. She didn't know a thing about Tokyo, yet she struck its core so hard, even Tomodachi was shaken. Mion is the greatest commander and strategist of our club could ever have, you know? I appreciate that. Praise Mion, dude. Boost her up on the Higurashi character poll. I don't know if they... Dude, I never looked at that. I never saw the results of the... Didn't they have like a giant character poll for like every series or something? I remember I just... Obviously I skipped the Higurashi section because I was definitely before Higurashi. But I did vote for Natsuhi for Umineko best character. Dude, we should look at that after. I'm actually kind of interested. Hold on. Let me Google that. I'm down to you know what? We don't need to pause. When they cry character poll. It was like 2020, I think. For an anniversary or something. Popularity poll. Most recent poll. The most recent poll was held from September 7th to September 30th, 2020. Each person got one vote per day. I only voted for Natsui once. Unlike in the 2012 poll, the results of the poll were announced in November. Unlike the previous poll, only the top characters from each series were overall ranked. Ranked 11 to 20 were not announced, but shown in a PDF. So Beatrice. Wait! Holy shit! Dude, I'm memeing. Beatrice is number 1. You know, it's fine. Mion Sonozaki got ranked 2. Dude, I thought people were sleeping on Mion. Apparently, people really liked her. Mion stands Rise Up, Rena, then Rita, then Erika, my favorite Uminato character. Anji, Shion, Teichi at 8. Teichi beating Battler is interesting. Burncastle at 10. Burncastle over. Dude, Lambda Delta didn't even make it. Oh, wait, she did. Hanyu 11. Satoko 12. Oh, okay, dude. Now you're sleeping on Satoko. Not even top 10. Wait. Wait, are you. Natsuhi made it to in the top 20? Okay. Hey, did nobody vote? Did my Natsuhi vote actually matter? That was kind of my throwaway thing. Mio 15. Oliver, I don't know who that is. I think that's probably another series. Same with Mitake, I don't know. Delanor, 18. Virgilius. Ooh. Oishi made it to top 20. Dude, that's hilarious that that Mion got top Higurashi character. Dude, respect. Mion fans rise up. I guess I'm not in the minority. I just remember a couple of my viewers saying Mion was like their least favorite of the club. Okay, well there you go. The more you know. And I think he realizes that what I'm saying isn't mere nonsense.
確かに最近東京である大物が死去してね。それに伴い後釜をめぐって派閥構想がとても激しくなっているんだ。入江機関のクライアントであるアルファベットの理事会も粛清と呼ばれるほどの人事の大刷新があってね。それで旧派閥の庇護を受けていた入江機関はやり玉に挙げられて研究の即時中止が決められたみたいな話はあるんだよ。
そんな中、もし私が死に緊急マニュアルが執行されなくてはならなくなったら、入江機関とその黒幕の理事会、そしてそれを要する派閥は必ず責任を追及される。本来ならひなみ沢症候群などという危険な爆弾の存在は東京以外は誰も知らないから安全だけど、東京の中に敵ができた場合に限り、その敵にとってひなみ沢はあまりに簡単に爆発できる爆弾となる。
それはリカちゃんの創作かい？
I mean,
創作ですか。
it's pretty convincing. Look into the China party. I mean, I know they're not Chinese. They're trying to get with China, but you know.
どうだろう。
But if I think about what's going on in Tokyo,
でも今の東京のゴタゴタを見ていると、なるほど、そんな恐ろしい絵を描いている連中がいたとしても、いや、ありえるかもしれない。
富武はいい人です。親しい友人のことを信じる、とてもいい人だと思います。だからそんな富武にこう言えば受け入れてもらえないことは分かってる。でも入江機関への監査役である富武兄に僕は訴えねばなりません。
bringing range into this, huh, Rika?
まさかそれで高野さんだというのかい？
はい、研究の継続を却下された高野は自分の人生を否定され、さらには理事会からこき下ろされてとても傷ついています。
If anything, then this will just get at least Tomotachi to like look around, you know. I don't expect him to jump on Rika's side at all.
それはいつもそばにいる富武なら分かっているはずです。 その昇進の高野に彼女を利用したい何者かが接触し、そそのかすというようなことはありませんですか？傷ついた人は自分を理解してくれる人に心を許してしまいやすい。高野に東京での混乱を目論む何者かが接触して取り入り、何かを焚きつけたかもしれないのです。
Tomodachi insists that Takano would never do that. He repeated it a few more times, but then he fell silent again. Tomodachi is an adult. He must have experienced some heartbreaking events himself. That's why he can understand the way that Takano is very hurt. And that it's possible that someone is using her.
リカちゃんの言い分は分かったよ。僕も高野さんを本当の意味で信じるために、そういう疑いがないことを先に晴らしておく必要があるね。
富田家。
すぐに山犬のおこのぎに連絡して、
Oh,
不審な動きがないか確認。
not Otonodi, please.
山犬は傍聴が専門だから。
ダメです。山犬も高野の手先です。
なんだって？
高野を懐柔するような相手です。もちろん山犬にだって手を打っています。
Yeah, I mean that made sense. Yeah, I guess they do. Dude, you think Otonodi kills Takano himself? It's kind of fucked up.
それはありえない話じゃない。山犬は傍聴部隊。仮に入江機関に内通者がいても、彼らが任務についている限りとても困難なはず。なら山犬ごとということもありえるのか。しかし
He's thinking.
富田家、高野と山犬に内緒で調べてください。入江は僕の味方ですが、東京については詳しくありません。
はい。私は一研究者に過ぎません。所長という肩書きも彼らの都合でもらったお飾りに過ぎないことを認めます。ですから私ではリカさんの疑念を晴らしてあげることができません。
わかりました。万が一入江機関が謀反を起こす可能性だって予見されてないわけじゃない。そのために僕が送られてきているんだからね。高野さんと山犬の近辺について至急調査させるよ。
僕の話を信じてくれてありがとうです。僕の話を信じてくれたのはこれが初めてなのです。
Believed her? Yeah. I've been laughed away in many worlds. But Tomodachi finally listened to me. He will be a very strong ally in the fight against Takano. Also, I'm grateful for my friends who prepared me to talk to him. I got information on the current situation from Irie, had my friends analyze it, and because of that managed to get Tomodachi to listen. Just as Hanyu said, I couldn't have done anything if I kept thinking about it all alone. But after talking to my friends, things are changing.
実は今日からしばらくの
Hiding?
身を隠そうと思いますです。
Interesting. Head start. I mean, I guess it made sense. Oh, into the mountains, probably, because he said they're gonna, like, trap it out with Satoko. I mean, that makes sense. She already has a lot of, traps there. If they're going to the mountains, I think they are. Don't you remember Todoroshi's Satoko's trap course? You think I would ever forget a Satoko hint? That's positive. Of course not.
ミーの家には秘密の地
Oh.
下があり、好都合なのです。
Okay, that's actually a pretty good one. They even mentioned that in Minadoroshi. That's where they're trying to hide. And let's be honest, you know, mountain doves or not. I mean, I guess there's no one naturally darting the Sonozaki house, so never mind, but it's still pretty hard to get in, I would assume. I haven't talked to Mion about it yet, but I think she'll understand my request now.
なので何かあったらミーに連絡してください。僕は今日から当分の間行方不明ということにしてくださいです。
了解したよ。僕もそれが安全だと思う。僕は普段通り振る舞うよ。不審がられないためにね。
Yeah, and I mean, you can't really gauge. I mean, I don't think Tomodachi can really gauge Tatano's reaction, because even if she wasn't evil, she would still be freaking out about Rita disappearing, so it's not like the perfect bait, but
入江所長も普段通りにしてください。ですが、常に用心を。
it's great that these two are both terrible liars, though. But I think when push comes to shove, maybe they'll do a better job.
わかりました。せいぜい用心します。
富武、気をつけて。あなたは近日中に暗殺される気がしますです。
That's pretty scary to say. This is the part that he has never taken seriously. Please, hear what I'm saying.
わかった。特に用心するよ。ありがとう。
Then Tomodachi turned around all of a sudden. Irie and I sensed something odd from his behavior and grew tense. Then, we heard some footsteps. We've been so careless. Did somebody overhear us? Did Tatano and her people hear what we were saying? It was fucking Oishi! My man! Top 20 Oishi! I will never forget that laugh as long as I live. Wonder if he actually heard like a lot.
これは珍しい面々ですね。入江先生に富武さんに理香さん。私もひなみ沢に出入りして長いですが、なんとも珍しい取り合わせです。
これはこんにちは。
I mean, Oishi would jump on this, but we need to be careful. Because if Oishi's on this, I feel like he's like the most... He's actually kind of a liability, low-key. Because I feel like it'd be easier to detect the maneuvers if he knew the full story, but maybe I'm just wrong. I mean, who wouldn't want Oishi on your team?
大石さん。あれ？今日は綿流し準備会の打ち合わせでしたか？にしてはまだだいぶ早い時間ですね。
Irie tried to change the subject, but obviously Oishi had heard everything. Oh, well, that sucks. Tomodachi from Tokyo is okay, but it's too early for Oishi from the police department to get involved. Things are already complicated, why does he have to show up now? Anyway, this isn't good.
いえね。ご自宅にお伺いしましたら、北条さんにこちらにおられるとお聞きしたもので。
Thanks to Toto.
そしたら、皆さんの密会に
This is why you didn't make it into top 10. I'm memeing. Obviously, everyone knows Satoto. Great.
いやー、お邪魔をしてしまったようで申し訳ございませんですね。
The air froze, leaving only silence. The way Oishi is speaking makes it obvious that he's trying to sniff things out. I bet he only heard a part of our conversation, so he can't grasp exactly what we were talking about. Hopefully he didn't hear the part where they might have to destroy Hinamizawa. That's why he's trying to make us confess the whole thing.
皆さん、そんなおっかない目で見ないでください。 照れちゃいます。いえね、今日来た理由は他でもありません。リカさんに懐かしいお友達を連れてきたのですよ。リカさん覚えててくれるかな。忘れちゃってたら彼はるばる来てくれたのに泣いちゃうかもしれません。
What? Ooh. I can only think of one person. But did he ever come here in June 1983? Yeah, but you forgot about it. Train. What? Who else would come visit me?
ささ、どうぞどうぞ。
Oishi encourages a viral young man to enter. He looked a lot more mature than the last time I saw him.
赤坂。
覚えていてくれてありがとう、リカちゃん。今度は東京へ帰れなんて言わないだろ。
赤坂。赤坂。
Aw.
君のメッセージちゃんと覚えていたよ。あるいは一度忘れてしまったのかもしれない。でもそれを忘れたらきっとものすごく後悔するに違いないんだ。だからちゃんと思い出したよ。君が教えてくれたから幸恵に電話して彼女が事故に遭わなかった。だから君は幸恵の恩人なんだ。その恩を私は今返しに来たんだ。本当に長いこと忘れていた気がする。でもようやく思い出したよ。長いこと待たせてすまなかったね。
本当に長いこと待たせやがったです。そしてこんな最後の最後の世界で本当に都合よく帰ってきやがったのです。赤坂。赤坂。
私は無条件で君の味方だ。君のどんな不思議な話も信じるよ。そして君の命を狙うという敵を必ず打ち砕いてみせる。
Otosato remembered some strange things as he talked to me. He remembered the sad world where he lost his wife working on the kidnapping case in Hinamizawa. He forgot about me because of the despair and only remembered her afterwards. He regretted not being able to do anything for me. That memory from a different world brought Otosato here. Otosato calls himself my ally. That means a lot to me since I never thought I'd have any allies at all. I could only bury my face in Otasato's chest and cry. Oishi!
私は見てませんよ。
Did you bond someone?
東京に奥さんがいるのに、南沢にこんな幼妻の現地妻がいたなんて知りません。
Did one?
知りませんよ。
You foo-foo? I misread it again.
大井さん、違うんです。そういうのじゃないです。
Why are you actually explaining it?
赤坂。赤坂。赤坂。
I complained that I couldn't defeat Takano alone. Hanyu admonished me. He told me that if we put our strength together and all believed in the same thing, we could make a miracle happen. I didn't believe her. But after I talked to Irie, my friends, and Tomotaki, things were getting better and better. And now, Atasato is here too. Was Atasato supposed to be coming back? Or is this a miracle? Miracles do occur. Well, I mean, this is yes, this is a miracle. Atasato coming back and him actually actively remembering to help save Rika. This man never helped me even once before, yet he might be my most dependable ally. Now he's back and he's even telling me he is my ally no matter what. Hanyu. So Hanyu can just go from solid to a ghost form. That's pretty nifty.
怒るのです。
Can still be the recon master she needs to be.
奇跡は
Or is this just like some weird memory hologram thing? Like Hanyu just appearing there in her mind while she's chilling with Toko.
怒るね。起こせるね。まだまだ力を合わせたなら、もっと奇跡は起こるのかな。そしたら昭和58年の呪いを打ち破れるくらいの奇跡を起こせるのかな。起こせますです。だって昭和58年6月はみんなが手を取り合わないと破れないのですから。
Hanyu, who used to be just a bystander, is now persuading me. She's admonishing me for pretending to fight while I too was actually just a sulky bystander.
大丈夫かいリカちゃん。
ごめんなのです。ちょっと懐かしかったので取り乱してしまいましたです。
I wipe my tears and try to hide my embarrassment. The Higurashi continued to cry. The Higurashi had been trying to remind me of something very important. I felt like they taught me something important and my eyes grew teary again. Oh, I thought that was the chapter end. Would have been a nice spot, honestly.
これは驚いた。
I mean, a nice note, I guess, not necessarily a nice spot.
リカちゃんに素敵な彼氏がいたものだね。
Bro, everyone's hitting it.
自己紹介します。私は赤坂守。警視庁公安部の資料室第7室に勤めています。
東京の公安部資料室は確か内調別室並みの極秘部門ではありませんでしたか。秘密警察の批判もあるような極秘の強行捜査部隊だったはずです。
No department would be foolish enough to slap secret onto the name for the secret division. Real secret divisions have boring names meant to fool the average person. That's true for Atasata's department too. It's called a reference room, but they don't manage documents.
お詳しいですね。公安部資料室の正体を知っている方がいらっしゃるとは思いませんでした。先ほどのお話から察するに、どうやら訳あり。
Oops.
いや、ちょっとマニアでしてね。たまたま知っていただけなんですがね。
Guess the cover's been blown completely that he's not a photographer.
富武さん、この際だから本当の自己紹介をしちゃいません？私もあなたがただの旅行写真家じゃないだろうってずっと思ってきましたから。
いえ、そんなことはないですよ。僕は写真が趣味なだけのただの。
Yeah? A photographer that knows top secret police divisions. What a waste of time this conversation is. This is the final world after all. Hey, they're vibing.
富武は僕たちと東京の間をつなぐ連絡のお仕事なのです。でも僕の味方なのです。
リカさん。
Damn it, Rika. Tomataki and Irie yelled simultaneously. To them, it's an extremely important secret, and if someone were to find out, they'd get eliminated by the mountain dogs. But it's okay now. There's no point of continuing to have suspicions and doubts. I've had enough of that. It's already obvious Tomataki isn't telling the truth, but he's still trying to deny what I just said.
入江所長さんでしたね。5年ほど前、私が誘拐犯たちとの乱闘で怪我をした時、 お世話になりました。あの時は丁寧な治療を本当にありがとうございました。
あ、ああ、あの時の。いえいえ、自分の仕事をしたまでですよ。
そして入江診療所には入江機関という別名もある。そうですね。
いえ、どうでしょう。
入江先生、もう隠し子はなしにしましょう。私たちさっきしっかりと聞いちゃってるんですから。
先ほど入江機関のクライアントのアルファベットとおっしゃいましたね。実は皆さんがお話になられなくてもその一部始終を存じております。つい最近まで私の第7室は巨額の裏金ルートとそれを牛耳る黒幕たちを内定していました。アルファベットプロジェクトとはその裏金ルートのうちの一つです。
Otasaka is holding the top secret document he got his hands on a few days ago. This document records how certain people were given public funds from ministries and government officers for assisting with various projects. These masterminds claim that they were attempting to revitalize Japan by using secret money and secret methods, but that was a lie even amongst themselves. The masterminds of these projects were making an enormous profit off of them. If that became public knowledge, Japan would be shaken to the core and the government would be overthrown. Jesus. That's what they were told, and that's the reason why the investigation was discontinued.
最初にお断りしておきますが、第7室のこの調査はすでに中断され、私たちはその任を解かれています。ですので、私は業務上知り得たことを勝手に口外しているに過ぎません。もちろん、私はひなみ沢へは休暇として訪れています。そこだけ誤解がないようにお願いいたします。
Mataki is still trying to hide his identity, but Irei isn't. He must have made up his mind since Akasaka already knows about the Alphabet Project.
その裏金ルートから毎年巨額の資金が入江機関という岸骨市内にある研究機関に流れ込んでいることがすでに分かっています。そして入江機関という機関名には括弧書きで入江診療所との補記がされています。そして入江機関トップは自衛隊から出向している二等陸曹。
In name only, honestly. Well, I mean, it's real, but it's not like he like earned it. I don't know. Can you get army positions from just being a medical practitioner? I mean, you can be like an army doctor, but I don't know if you just jump up the ranks. But I literally know nothing about that, even in Canada, Canada stuff. So I don't know.
兄さん入江先生、あんた自衛隊の人だったんですか？
違います、違います。私は自衛隊なんかではありません。富武さん、もうお話ししましょう。それに、私たちのクライアントはともかく、私たち自身は別にやましいことをしているつもりはないんです。これ以上しらばっくれるのは、かえって大石さんたちを疑わせるだけだと思います。
That is true. We don't want to set Oishi off, you know? Then that would really make Takano suspicious.
入江の言う通りなのです。大石はきっと僕たちの味方になってくれますです。
I'm starting to feel like even Oishi could be our ally, though he might not be too accepting of our answer for the curse murders. That would be incredible. Tomataki finally gave in and admitted everything. In his place, I explained to them the existence of Hinamizawa syndrome, the eerie clinic that was established to research it. What's special about myself, and finally about the invisible conspiracy that revolves around it all. Oishi was very surprised to hear about all this, but Akasaka told him to calm down, so he listened quietly. Since Akasaka belongs to a special unit, he wasn't too surprised. He kept nodding, saying that it's all very possible, even the parasite stuff. Not phased, as he's a great detective. Kinda. This is working out great for me.
確かにリカちゃんの言う通り恐ろしい陰謀を企む連中がいてもおかしくない。大石さん、これらの話は全てあり得る話です。
はあ。私は何かの小説の筋書き
Don't.
みたいな気がするな。
Just make sure you don't say that in front of Takano. That's a very cursed sentence in this arc.
いや、それが真実ならば。
Compared to Akasaka, who has a flexible mind, Oishi's having a hard time understanding such unrealistic stories. Will probably lead at least 3 cigarettes before he can digest what he just heard.
僕は高野が怪しいと思っています。ですが、その証拠はありません。それを確かめるために富武に調査をお願いしていたところなのです。
大石さん、その高野という女を別件逮捕で拘留する。
Not smart if the mountain gods just act after that. But maybe they won't do it. It seems that they want to make it like fairly clean so they can't just get traced back, right? That's why they even dodged the missions during the Watanadashi and Waitashi arcs, right? Because all the timing's ruined.
やってやれないことはないですな。
沖宮署にも山犬の傍聴要員が入り込んでいるはずです。多分大石さんがそれを実行しようとしても署内で圧力がかかるはずです。
高野さんの調査はこちらでするので、それまでは変に警戒されるようなことは慎んでいただきたいのが本音です。
It's actually the best thing too, because I truly believe Takano like legitimately trusts Tomotaki, right? So it's probably for the best.
そうですね。高野氏の調査は富武さんの機関の人間にしかできないなら、警察が余計なことをしない方がいいかもしれません。それにどうも関わる山が大きすぎる気がします。大石さん、冷たい言い方をしますが、
No, don't say that to my boy. I wish he's about to tear you guys.
赤坂さん、それはどういう意味ですか？
先ほども言われました通り、
Oh, sentimental Oishi scene. Hype.
長かった危険なお仕事がようやく終わり、
With this on too.
退職金を得られる直前にいる。
Dude, I'm ready for a speech. Hit me with it, Oishi.
金は大事です。家のローンの完済や老後の蓄え、そして第二の人生の支度金ですが、今回の山は危険すぎる。私の勘から言って、この山は多分最後にはなかったことにされる。つまり
全てを失う覚悟がなきゃ、今からでも遅くないから引き返せって、そうおっしゃるんでしょう。
そうです。大石さんほどの方にこんなことを言うのは、若輩の身には過ぎたことと分かっています。ですが、私は今日まで一般警察とは次元の違う山にいくつも関わってきました。だからその経験の上で 大石さんにご忠告させていただいている。
Oishi was no fool. He was also an adult and smart in a real sense. If he only listened to his pride, he would yell at Atasaka for insulting him. But what Atasaka is saying is true. Oishi's pension is a big deal for him. People live far beyond their retirement. They still have 10 or even 20 years left after that. Their pension is the basis for that set in life. A pension isn't ordinary money. It's very, very valuable. People receive their pensions for working hard on rainy days and windy days and even enduring the moments when their bosses give them a hard time. Even Oishi has mumbled on occasion that she's going to quit and look for a new job. Yet he endured and quietly did the unreasonable work asked of him. He's endured far more than his salary merited. He's worked like that for a very long time, and now he's finally about to retire. He's finally about to collect his long-awaited pension. It's not about the amount of money itself. It's about having a valuable value placed on what you've done with your life. So if one were to cause a scandal, the punishment for that would be placed on his pension. One such deplorable event can erase Oishi's entire life as a policeman. I mean, I disagree, but I understand the sentiments that she's talking about. It's not something that can be treated lightly. Atasaka is still young. Even if he loses his job, he will be able to find a new one. But Oishi is too old. The repayment of his mortgage was planned around his pension. Oishi is a grown-up, and that's why he can't do anything reckless. Atasaka knows that, and that's why he said that Oishi should back down. Oishi understands it too. So Atasaka had to ask him that tough question in order to find out how strong Oishi's commitment was.
随分のんびりしたローン返済をしちゃいましたね。もっと繰り上げ償還とかしてりゃ利子の分得をできただろうに。博打やらお酒やらそんなものに使うお金が残したくてね。もし私がツケを退職金に回すような人生を選ばず、もっともっと賢く生きてきたなら、ここで私はかっこよく。
Oishi's fists were trembling. That's how he shed his tears.
それでもね、私は刑事なんですよ。いや、そんなのはもうどうでもいいのかもしれない。私は墓前で誓ったんですよ。おやっさんを殺した犯人を必ず挙げてやるって。それつまり。
Okay. I was trying to say this is pretty cool, and then finally some emotions hit me. So now it's really cool. He's popping off, dude.
懲戒免職が怖いって、退職金が不意になるかもしれないのが怖いって、ああ怖いですよ。何千万って金が入ることを当てにした人生設計が全部パーになるんですよ。北海道でのんびり家庭菜園を楽しんで、すすきので遊んで社交ダンスを始めて、それがパーになるの何が怖いってんですかね。私の刑事魂は。 そんなもんだったんですかね。ひなみ沢村連続開始事件の真相を暴く。夢にまで願った真相の扉が今ここにあるってのに。くそー、ちくしょー。
I like the speech, don't get me wrong, but it feels kind of weird, dude. It feels like a lot of the times Oishi has, like, remember in Watanabe, he was literally like, All right, guys, if you don't want to lose your pension or make your wives angry, then back out now. And then they just did that sting operation in the Sonozaki's place. You know, not disrespecting Oishi, dude, but seems weird. I understand though, but yeah,
警察手帳を叩きつけりゃいい。
I guess they want to show even Oishi has some hesitation too.
警察なんていつでもやめてやるってなんで言えないんだ。くそくそ。ちくしょう。
Nobody should say anything in response to Oishi. He's at the crossroads. He's at a crossroads. The crossroads of a person who has worked so hard, so humbly for so long. How could the young people who knew nothing about what he's had to go through say anything at all?
大石さんは確か殺された現場監督さんのご友人でいらっしゃいましたね。
ね
Are you gonna drop the truth? Because Irie low-key, that's some nice vengeance for you, Oishi.
え、友人であり、兄貴であり、親父でした。
私は形式だけとはいえ入江機関の長です。多分リカさんをめぐる陰謀が暴かれれば必ず私にも飛び火し何らかの形で責任を取らされる日が来るでしょう。そうですよね、富武さん。
Yeah. And they want to kill him. So, like, he can't just be the one to take responsibility, I think. His position exists for exactly that purpose. To the Institute as a whole, Irie is simply there to cover for Takano's research. Mataki, of course, knew about that, and even Irie has started to realize it. Even if Irie hadn't done anything wrong, he would have to take the blame as the person in charge of the Institute. That was how every organization purged itself, by forcing someone to take the blame and reshuffling members. That's why leaders get more money.
すべてが終わったら大石さんにひなみ沢村連続開始事件のすべてをお話しします。本当は終身の秘匿義務があるのですが、お目こぼしをくださいますよね、富武さん。
I love the nervous Toмотaki laugh. It's underrated, bro. There's a lot of good laughs and stuff. Tomotaki's nervous laugh it's the best laugh to go with like him. Just imagine Tomotaki like scratching his head. Like the best nervous laugh as like a dodge.
私は何も聞いていませんので。
As an honest man, Tomotaki can't say yes. So pretending to ignore it was the best he could do.
いやいや、そういうわけにはいきません。
Bro, we're literally forming a new club right here. Oishi, Akasaka, Toмотaki, Irie. That's a power squad if I've ever seen it. Just add Nimi to it and it's already over, dude.
そいつは皆さんに協力した勇気ある大石クラウドに教えてやってください。退職金が欲しくて保身に走るみっともない大石クラウドには過ぎたもんです。
He faced a dilemma even though the truth behind the mysterious deaths he sought so hard was right in front of him, he didn't just accept it with his head held high. To understand what's going on though, one would have to live the life he did. His dilemma is very vast and very heavy, and people couldn't possibly understand.
私に考える時間をもらうことはできませんかね。真相を暴き、悪そのために
Oops.
勇気を持つ時間を少しだけもらうことはできませんか。
Why is he even asking? Nobody here will force him to make up his mind. Of course, I won't either. However, Oishi needs someone's approval. Oishi is still passionate about his work as a police officer. Yet he isn't brave enough to take on this case. He wants somebody to forgive him for that. But nobody can do that, and nobody can stop Oishi from crying.
はい。その時間を僕は許します。
It's a flesh and blood Hanyu in her outfit. Hanyu? How long has she been here? Hanyu has arrived. I didn't see her come in. But then again, she's always around. Hanyu is the guardian deity of Hinamizawa after all.
あなたが決心するのに必要な時間を僕は許します。あなたは今日まで自分に素直であり、そして厳しくもありながら今日までの人生を積み重ねてきました。そんな決して軽くない人生だからこそ、決断を求められる時にもその選択肢は重みを得るのです。軽々しい選択や万有は決して誇らしいものではない。真に誇るべきなのは、あなたのような真に重い人生を歩んできた者が本当に重い選択をした時なのです。
She might sound arrogant to us, but that was exactly what Oishi needed to hear. Right, who among us has the right to admonish Oishi, the eldest one here? No one should be able to. Nobody but one. The one who has been protecting humans for over 1,000 years, Hanyu.
あなたが冷静で落ち着きある選択をしようとも、勇敢で男らしい選択をしようとも、私はあなたを称えましょう。それがあなたの悩み抜いた選択である限り。
初めて会うお嬢さん、なぜか一番嬉しかった言葉です。臆病な私に時間を許してくれてありがとう。
If it was me, I would have asked Oishi to be my ally and asked him for help. But that wouldn't have reached his heart. Wanting to help is my selfish request. I don't know anything about the life he lived, and that's why my words wouldn't reach him. But Hanyu's words did. Hanyu has never told me this, but I can tell she's been watching Oishi since the day he was born. She's been watching all that he went through. That's why she can say that. And why what she said could reach him. Only Hanyu can do that.
入江先生、たった一つだけでいいんです。教えてください。
ええ、何でも聞いてください。
私はおやすさんをバラバラにして殺した連中を裏で
Dun dun dun. The reality check.
それは正解ですかね。
いいえ、不正解です。ひなみ沢村連続開始事件はすべて私たち側から説明できることです。
Still don't know exactly what happened to Satoshi, by the way.
そうですか。
Oishi pretended to scratch his head. For so long he pursued the case with that belief. Yet someone deeply involved was telling him he'd missed the mark, so he must be feeling at least some frustration. What Irie said wouldn't be enough. So I have to continue.
大石、お社様のたたりと呼ばれる事件は、どれも村人の暗躍によるものではありません。園崎家も御三家も、そして村人も、
Well, I mean,
一切が関係ないのです。
kind of. Not on purpose, I guess is what she means. There were only misunderstandings, misinterpretations, coincidences, tragedies, and comedies. The real identity of the curse of Oyasho-sama is simply a series of misinterpretations. It only looks like the villagers are acting in secret.
それじゃあ、私が今日まで集めてきた園崎家が裏でどうこうっていうのは全部ガセだったって
その崎家当主にはいかなる天才もすべて自らの差し金であるように振る舞うべしという秘密の家訓がありますです。その崎家は何も知らない。いや、それどころか毎年起こる事件に怯えてすらいる。でもそれを家の威厳に組み込むため黒幕を装っているだけなのです。
そんな家訓があるんですか。なるほど、納得です。
それが本当ならお寮のばあさんめ、くそ、思わせぶりなことばかり言いやがるな。それ本当なんですよね。
本当なのですよ。古出家当主の秘密巻物にも書いてありますです。見ますですか？
Hey, those are secret. Can't show those. They're for top 10 members only. I have no idea what Oishi thinks is so funny. Nobody here can tell through what's going through Oishi's mind. I mean, obviously he's laughing at all his work he's done under the assumption. I don't know how I feel about the Oishi scene before this. He felt a little out of character, but I do really like this scene when he's confronted with the truth. Plus there's some nice emotion in his voice in it too. So, in both, I guess, but I like this one a bit better. It's of the girl who has watched over human beings for over 1,000 years.
大石が嬉しい気持ち、僕にはわかりますです。
おや、何がわかるって言うんですか？
誰かを憎まなくていいというのはとても幸せで気持ちいいことだってわかりますから。
まさかその崎家が獅子骨市内を牛耳るたちの悪い暴力団組織であることに変わりはありません。連中のとこのチンピラに刺されたこともありますからね。別に開始事件の黒幕でないと分かったからって敵対的な存在であることが変わるわけではありません。まあそれだけのことなんですがなぜか愉快になっちゃいましたね。
None of us can tell if what Hanyu is saying is right. Oishi believed the Sonozaki family was behind it all. Now that he's learned that they're not, I'm sure he feels like everything he stands for has been made meaningless. But if Hanyu says that's not the case, to hate someone must be such a painful thing. I can't explain Oishi's laughter, all I can do is speculate. But that's the chapter and oh, joke. Misreading. Oishi left with a cigarette in his mouth, saying he wanted to cool off a little bit.
高野さんが白か黒か、それがわからないことには話が進みませんね。富武さんの方の結果を待ってからしか動くことはできないでしょ
う。リカちゃんがなぜ高野さんをそこまで疑うのか、個人的には高野さんに悪い気がするけれども。
You would.
でもリカちゃんの言うことにも一理はあった。リカちゃんは大切な身なんだ。その周りには疑わしいものはわずかほども存在してはならないからね。
Tomodachi is making it sound like he's going to prove Tatano's innocence. I guess I can't blame him since he's in love with her. To be honest, I'm also hoping that Tatano isn't guilty. Tatano understands me and she's one of my allies. I had a friendship with her, I've trusted her for over 100 years. But Hanyu says that Tatano is guilty. If something pops out when we poke her, then the question is how well Tomodachi can catch it. To get people to help me, I have to find proof of Tatano's guilt. So I just have to trust Tomodachi for now.
富武さん、くれぐれも身辺にはご注意を。
Please don't die.
もし相手が黒ならば、あなたの身に最初に危険が。
分かってます。すぐに宿を入江機関に内緒で変更します。
I feel like though deep down, I think Tomodachi is thinking that even if she is guilty, she wouldn't kill Tomodachi. Because they're in love, but unlucky, I guess.
本当はすぐにひなみ沢を離れた方がいいのでしょうが、もし高野さんが黒ならば、それはかえって逆効果です。
難しいところですね。内定中は普段通りに装うのが処方です。
That is true.
もしよろしかったら私の宿に入りますか。
いえ、それには及びません。大丈夫。十分に注意します。
ということはどうしたものか。
Chill for a bit. We're
ど
hiding.
うしよう。羽生、どうしたらいいと思う？
Well, what? I guess extra safety? Well, we don't have to worry too much now. Just set up the traps and shit.
将棋に例えたら、理科はむき出しの王将です。理科さえ抑えれば、このゲームは高野の勝ちになりますです。将棋の定石は、まず王将の守りを固めてから、よね。はい。今日は木曜日。渡流しはしあさって。最低でも渡流しの日まで誰にも知られず、そして一番安全なところに避難するべきかもしれないです。そんなうまい場所あるかしら。
I thought we decided. Did we not just say? Where? The cellar?
そこはミオンに頼るべきだと思いますです。
Question mark, question mark, exclamation mark? I thought we just had a talk about staying in Mion's cellar. That's pretty safe, and it's close to the mountainside where Satoku can trap it out for a couple days.
そうね。園崎本家の地下サイグレンは立てこもるにはとても理想的。
No one suspects the soy sauce.
も連れて行くべきだと思いますです。里子を残して私だけが消えれば、
That's a good point.
その行方は
But we need her to trap out the place.
違いないということになる。
I mean, I guess there's already traps, but extra ones would be nice.
残せば里子にも危険が及んでしまうわね。
That means I'll have to tell the truth to at least Satoto and Mion. That comic plot we discussed wasn't just fiction. Still, I always seem to underestimate their reliability. It really is beyond my imagination. I need to talk to them. I have a feeling they'll believe me. They're my steadfast allies after all.
僕たちはしばらくの間、身を隠そうと思いますです。ミーの家なら身を隠すことができる場所がありますのです。
そこはとても安全？
はい。秘密の防空壕みたいなとこなのです。中には何でもあって、1ヶ月くらいこもることもできるに違いないです。
The Zonozaki family underground storehouse has every basic necessity, in case someone actually has to live there due to some complication or another. Neon has mentioned before that it's like a unique vacation house. I don't know how you can call a place with a torture room a vacation house, though.
高野さんの調査がすぐわかるか当分かかるかやってみないとわからないけど、何かわかったらミオンちゃんの家に連絡するということでいいかな。
それが助かりますです。
今だから白状するけど、山犬は保安上の理由からリカちゃんの家の電話を盗聴できるようにしている。
I mean, yeah. That made sense. I think the thing was too, it sounded like they didn't know who she was actually talking to, so I thought that maybe it could just be a bug not on the phones and they're just hearing Rita talk, but
その方が都合がいいね。
confirmed phone bug.
僕の恥ずかしい話はすべてみんなに聞かれていたのです。
いや、聞ける設備が設けてあるだけで普段の会話をすべて聞いてるわけじゃないんだ。年に数回ある保安訓練の際にそれをしているだけなんだよ。
多分診療所の私の電話も盗聴されてるんでしょうね。
ええ。そこは施設の性格上からご了承いただきたいところです。
失礼。その盗聴の具体的方法は？
The counter bug?
リカちゃんの家に引いてある電話線が分岐してあります。それが神社の裏側の沢の近くに掘ったて小屋があるでしょ。そこへ引かれていて、そこで盗聴することができます。通常は無人ですが、山犬に対し要人警護命令が出ると、常時2名の通話監視員が常駐し、すべての会話を録音します。もちろん普段は録音していません。
近日中に保安訓練の予定は？また要人警護命令が出る予定は？
Ooh, did they spot people already? Maybe?
保安訓練は1月、4月、7月、10月に行っています。ですから今月はありません。要人警護命令は何か緊急事態が起こると予想される場合に発令されますが、機関設立以来発令されたことは一度もありません。
発令の権限者は？
所長、つまり私ですが、高野さんは事実上の所長代行なので、私に代わって発令することが可能です。
もし高野氏が本当にリカちゃんを狙う黒幕なら、その要人警護命令を逆手に使い、彼女を監視する手段に使うでしょうね。
その可能性は十分に考えられます。
ということは、つまりその小屋に何者かが出入りするようになったら、それは高野氏が動き出したという証拠であり。
I see, so we should monitor it and see if people are then. That's soft proof.
リカちゃんの近辺に緊張が増した証拠であると読み取っていいわけですね。
高野さんが黒幕である証拠になるかは分かりませんが、リカさんの周辺に危険が迫っている可能性が高いと読み取ることはできるでしょう。
確かに高野氏が黒であろうと白であろうと、そういうことになりますね。その小屋が監視されている一方で、実際には他の場所に避難しているというのは、なるほど、うまい手かもしれない。
でもリカ、一つだけ問題が。夜に明かりもつかなかったら、家が無人なのはすぐにバレてしまいますです。
I guess Honey can just speak through Rita's mind, I guess. She's not. Okay. I think they mentioned that, so it made sense, I guess.
高野たちは盗聴などしなくても、夕方か夜頃にその様子を見るだけで、学校を休んでいるのは仮病で、僕たちが気づいて
Decoy?
逃したのだと知ってしまうに違いない
send in Nimi for the Sith detour?
それもそうね。そしてそれは高野のことを調べている富武にとっては都合が悪い。確かにどうにかしたい点ね。
さっき赤坂が言っていた盗聴をしている小屋の監視、それから大風で寝込んでいることを装うための明かりのつけ消し、それからいざという時赤坂が村の中にいてくれる方がいいというのを3つ合わせてあうあうしますと
Stay in the chat.
あうあうあう
Great Detective Hani.
一つの提案が浮かびますですよ。
まさかあんた赤坂を私のうちに泊まらせようってこと？
Why is that, why is that weird? Embarrassed, Rika? The drums, though.
ダメダメダメダメ
Yeah, she's actually embarrassed.
全然片付いてないし臭いし汚いしみっともないし赤坂なんか絶対に入れられない。ダメダメダメダメ。
That's pretty cute, actually.
赤坂がお泊まりなのですよ。
With the star.
ダメだって言ってるでしょ。ダメダメやだやだダメダメやだやだ。
With the drums.
リカちゃんは何をはしゃいでるんだい？
ちょっと取り乱してしまいましたのですよ。ニパー。
Jeez, just because Hani's insisting, okay? Ow, 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 ow.
確かにリカちゃんの家がもぬけの殻になれば夜の明かりとかですぐにバレてしまいますね。つけっぱなしにしても未明までつきっぱなしではすぐ怪しまれてしまう。
赤坂、その僕がいない間赤坂が僕のお家にお泊まりするというのはどうでしょう。
なるほど。それはうまい手かもしれない。
Be careful, Akasaka. It's filthy over there.
リカちゃんさえ良ければその手で行きましょう。
Akasaka seems to think it's a pretty good idea. Am I selfish for wanting him to get a little embarrassed about staying over at my house? The low-key little crush is actually adorable. Not even a crush, it's just pure admiration. And who wouldn't? It's Akasaka, dude. I'd be embarrassed if Akasaka came into my room. I should be ashamed of myself. Oh, oh, oh. Everything is set. Tomodachi is going to get in touch with his colleagues in Tokyo and start an investigation on Takano. That's all. That's all we can do from our end. Yuri is going to lead his normal life. Not normally after something like this will be pretty difficult, but there really isn't anything else for him to do right now. Takano is sly, she'll never let Yuri ruin her plans. Actually, Yuri only comes into the picture after Takano's been exposed. Oishi didn't say that he would help, but he said he wouldn't interfere with us. In fact, there's some people with ties to the Mountain Dodge at the police department too. It's probably best if Oishi acts normally like Irie is. I'm going to tell Satoto the truth and hide at Mien's house for a while starting today. I don't know how long I'll have to hide, but it'll be at least until something happens. Akasaka is going to stay at my house and make it look like I'm homesick. If something happens, coming all the way from Okinomiya would take too long. It feels much better to have him stay in the village. Everything will begin only once Tomodachi finds out something. Irie says he hopes things will get moving soon, but I don't think we need to worry about that. They will try to kill Tomodachi on the night of the Higurashi on Sunday 2 days from now. Okay, our time schedule is a little tighter than I thought. I thought we had like a week, low-key. That has never changed in many, many worlds, so that's definitely their plan. In other words, even if Tomodachi doesn't find anything, the wheel will start turning in 2 days. I had warned Tomodachi again to be extremely careful. But still, if I still get killed, I'll curse your family for 7 generations after I die. Gift that keeps on going, bro. No chapter baits. Long episode. Have you been waiting for a long episode? I don't know. Episodes have been relatively short for a while. So it's good, I guess. It's already getting dark. Everyone went home except for Atasaka. I'm still thinking about how to tell Satoto about Atasaka and what's about to come. True, I guess they have to. Atasaka's sleeping over.
悩んでもしょうがないのですよ。理科の悪い癖は仲間を過小評価しているところだと思いますです。
とは言うものの、今日学校でみんなで楽しく話していた漫画の話が実は本当でした。下手をすればあなたも殺されますなんて急に言って信じてくれると思う？それに聡子にとってこんな初対面の男まで急に連れてきて
It is kind of weird. Rika, what are you doing?
聡子が信じないと思いますか？
With a married man.
それはわかんないけど、その可能性もあるでしょ。
I mean, to be fair, Satoto was like the hardest in Minaroshi. She was like denying it the hardest out of everyone else. So maybe there might be problems.
なんだ、
But I mean, it's Satoto, you know?
じゃなかったのですね。
What Hanyu just said startled me. It was kind of scary thing to hear, even though she said it while wearing her usual warm smile.
僕は聡子は仲間だと信じていますから。聡子に話せばきっと信じてくれて味方になってくれると信じています。でもリカは聡子を信じられないと言っています。それはリカにとって聡子が友達ではないということです。その程度の存在なら話しても時間の無駄なのです。はんはんはん。聡子なんかほったらかして僕たちだけでミオンのところに行っちゃいましょうです。
This is very reminiscent of the Rena speech from Higurashi, though less brutal, but that's kind of similar vibes.
バカ、そんなわけないでしょ。聡子は私の一番の親友で。
リカが真実を話す価値がないならそれはその程度のものです。リカの言う一番の親友なんて野良猫に毎日餌をあげてるだけと同じ程度です。リカは聡子のことをそんな程度で済まわしていた
Oh my god.
驚きです。
I know Hani means well too, but it also feels like the hard guilt trip, but it's like a positive guilt trip. I don't know, dude. Again, it's like the Rena thing, but less spooky.
誰もそんなこと言ってないでしょ。
So it's a nice punch. You know, I respected Hani.
聡子は親友よ。私の一番のね。そうよ。あんたよりも。
Ooh, dabbed on.
でも信じてくれると信じてない。野良猫に餌をやって日々を一方的に愚痴るだけの関係。猫さんは何もできないって分かってるから、その上で愚痴ってるだけのそれだけの関係。はんはん、聡子はかわいそうに。リカの一番の親友だと信じているのに、そのリカにはそうだと思われていないのです。はんわんわん。
こんな。
I tried to slap Hanyu, but I couldn't touch her. My hands went through her cheek and hit only the air. I can't believe she made herself incorporeal again. Hanyu disappeared, saying "ow ow" in a teasing manner. Damn. That's some alpha Hanyu right there. I'm upset, but I can totally understand what she was getting at.
リカちゃんの同居人は納得してくれるかい？
納得させますです。さとこはこの陰謀に何の関係もないですが、僕と一緒に住んでいる以上絶対に巻き込まれますです。さとこのためにも僕が説明しないと。
私は外で待ってた方がいいかな。
いいえ、赤坂が一緒にいてくれた方が冗談ではないと分かっていいかもしれないです。僕にうまく説明できない時には助け舟を出してください。
分かったよ。
Went up to the second floor with Atasaka. To be honest, I couldn't even imagine how to start bringing it up. But even Honey made fun of me. I can't hesitate. I made up my mind and walked into the room and was surprised. My messy room is all cleaned up. Satoko is packing her pajamas and towels into her duffel bag. It's as if she's going on a camping trip.
さとこ、ただいまなのです。はい、理科の分の荷物もできてますわよ。
How did she know, though?
まさかミオンさんに
Oh.
タオルまで借りるわけにはいかないでございましょう。
You think Satoko just found out that Rika wasn't writing a manga? I mean, it made sense that Satoko would know about it if she was.
それに見ず知らずの男性の方を
Oh,
こんな
no.
散らかったお部屋に入れるわけにもいきませんし。
Nope, she was actually just eavesdropping the whole time. Hell yeah.
だから私、普段からもう少しお片付けをしましょうって言ってたんではございませんの。
I blinked in surprise. I don't understand why Satoko already knows what's going on. If she saw me, Ire, and Tomotachi talking behind the shrine with Oishi and the strange man, she'd be sure to get curious. Satoko must have overheard our conversation. Not only that, she packed her luggage and cleaned our room, which means that she already knows Akasaka is going to stay in this house. She must have come home in a hurry to get things done.
漫画なんかの話じゃなかったんですのね。私、理科のそういうところは嫌いなんですのよ。
You telling me Satoko's not top 10 worthy? You're insane. That's gonna be my measure for everything now. Underrated Satoko. Tisk tisk. Look at that face.
私こそが理科に一番最初に頼ってもらえる親友でいるつもりでしたのに。ごめんなさいなのです。
Satoko doesn't seem that angry. Rather, she seems shocked at what we talked about at school is real. She isn't really that upset. But this is exactly what Hanyu said. I thought Satoko was my best friend, yet I couldn't trust her completely. Having realized this, I apologized. Satoko turned around as if to tell me there's no time for apologies. I think she accepted it. As proof of that, she's going to get things ready to go to Mion's house. Thank you, Satoko.
赤坂さんでございましたっけ？理科とどういうご縁かは存じませんけど、理科の味方なら私の味方でもありますわね。北条聡子と申しますわ。
よろしく。赤坂と言います。リカちゃんを取り巻く陰謀はあまりに深く容易に説明できるものではありませんでした。それを打ち明け拒絶されるかもしれないことに怯えていた彼女の気持ちをどうか汲み取ってあげてください。
そんなことは分かってましたよ。
Oh man.
私は理科の一番の親友なんです。
I always go on about how I love this serene to Satoko face, but I've been more appreciative of Higurashi art in general more, and I really do love this face. It's so good.
その私に信じてもらえなかったら世界中で誰にも信じてもらえないということですのよ。なら 臆病になるのもわかろうというものですわ。
さとこちゃんは本当に大人です。そんなあなたに親友と呼んでもらえるリカちゃんが羨ましいです。
Satoto took Atasato around the house and explained everything. She let him know that the switch for the hot water heater sticks a little, that if the picture on the TV gets messed up, he needs to tap on it. She even told him about all the traps she set around the shrine using a secret map of hers. Atasato listened to her dead seriously. Upon seeing them talk, I couldn't help but smile. Hanyu also smiled while watching us. But I felt like she was saying, I told you so. Wow. I'm going to pretend that I don't notice her. Contrarian. That's how you know Satoto's a big brain. Hey, we haven't seen Shion yet. Can we get Shion in? For all those Shion fans out there. Though, I mean, it has been statistically proven now that Mion is better than Shion. I'm joking. Kind of. Hanyu didn't reply, but she smiled as if she's happy to see that I grew a little. Did she say manga? I thought she was trying to say lend him some manga to read.
そんな、こう見えても食事くらいなんとかできますので。
Hanyu's finally bullying back, dude. Really blessed. Oh. Death penalty kimchi one. Oh, that sounds blessed.
ああ、うん。辛いのも大好きだよ。
The face. Oh no. Rika, it was just a prank. You don't need to murder her like this. Gogura! The greatest place in Japan. It is falling on the 16th of June. The pieces are lining up on the final game board, one after another. No, pieces isn't the right word to call them. Night is falling on the 16th of June. We're gaining reliable allies for this final challenge. Our first key Tomotaki will be killed in 3 days. Fate is going to change before that point. There we go. Extra long chapter, so we're gonna wrap it up very quickly and smoothly. It was pretty good. It felt again, I guess I wasn't like, as an Oishi stan, it wasn't my favorite Oishi moment, but you know, I loved everything after that, dude. It seems like good things are happening. I love the chemistry too between Rika and Akasaka. Bless the Toto was cool. Neon Gang has risen up and won the polls. Everything went pretty good this episode. The next time, I assume we're gonna be looking more at the Tomotaki POV, I think, or Tatano POV. See what snooping happens. But until then, thanks for watching this extra long episode. And hopefully I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.